Say fan if you're new here and you're not subscribed to the channel yet. Subscribe now and don't miss out on the best Boston Bruins news. Boston Bruins Bergeron exits Boston Bruins game after first period. The Boston Bruins decided to go with a nearly full lineup for the 82nd game of the regular season after clinching everything they could during the regular season. The lineup included 37-year-old captain Patrice Bergeron, as well as Brad Marchand and David Pastrnak, but Bergeron did not play much as he left the game after the first period at the Bell Center with what the Bees called an upper body injury precaution. Bergeron finished with 8 innings and 5:36 of ice time, which included a 1+ and 8 of 9 head-to-head win rating, but didn't factor in either of Boston's first 2 goals scored by Trent Frederic and Jake DeBrusk. The hope is obviously that it's nothing serious with Bergeron, as the Bruins are also making a statement about Linus Ullmark after he pulled out of Tuesday night's win over the Washington Capitals with a lower body injury. Bergeron was asked about the full complement of Boston Bruins players minus David Krejci, lower body, as well as Ullmark and Tomas Nosek playing Thursday night in Montreal before the game, and indicated that the B players wanted stay in the flow of the game after many had away games in the last few weeks leading up to next week's Stanley Cup playoffs. We already talked about this. I talked to Monty about it a few weeks ago, and for the last few weeks I think we've done that with the guys resting and healing some of the bumps and bruises from the season, said Bergeron. But as we got closer to the playoffs, we thought it might be a good idea to play a few games. Get involved in some of them because it's a quick turnaround to the playoffs and you want to stay current. You also want to work on things and improve, and that also forces us to stay on our process like we've done all season and our details. We are in the moment and worried about tonight's game rather than thinking about next week. Bergeron was playing in front of a large group of friends and family at the Bell Center in what could likely be his last NHL game in his home province of Quebec. But there's no doubt that the Boston Bruins will be heavily criticized if Bergeron, or anyone else, suffers any kind of injury or nagging issue just before the Stanley Cup playoffs as a result of Boston deciding to go with so many of their regulars in one final game. Regular season nonsense. What's your opinion?